handstand walking. Stability level, you're on your hands and feet on the floor. Start with feet apart, hands together. And you're in this position here in inclined plane. You're going to alternate, step, 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 and then reverse it. It's important to get that sequencing down because it applies to what we're going to do for strength level. You can go to strength level when you can do the floor version for over 30 yards, 15 each direction. Strength level, start here, walk the feet up. See how once I got going, I use the exact same patterning. Hands together, feet apart, hands apart, feet together. Next, we're going to power level, first part. So for strength level, to go to power level, when you can do 30 yards of toes to the wall handstand walking, 15 yards one way, 15 yards the other way, then you're ready to go to power level. Now before you go to power level, you have to learn how to kick up properly. Because if you kick up improperly, that's where people fall, and that's what we don't want. So if you come here, you're gonna have a couple rules in place. Arms are straight. The eyes line up with your thumbs. Put your hands about 8 inches from the wall. So arms are straight. I line my eyes up with my thumbs here. Now I'm gonna get one leg rigid through the crown of my head. So if I control it like this, and I keep that one leg rigid through the crown of my head, make my body rigid, and I use that momentum and my support leg to slowly kick me all the way up into a handstand, I will have great control. If I break a rule where my elbows bend, my head travels past my hands, or I'm collapsing in my lower back as I'm trying to kick up, that's where you're going to have problems. So watch how I do this nice and controlled, and then we want you to practice the same thing. Get really good at kicking up before you actually kick all the way up. Eyes lined up with thumbs, arms straight, lifted leg is rigid, support leg slowly kicks you up, and then quietly to the wall, head goes to neutral. So from here we can apply the same rules. They're going to be a little different though. You're going to walk laterally. Work to keep those arms straight. And then when you're done, quietly kick or quietly let your foot drop back down to the floor. Now on this one in particular, you don't have to do the opposite hands and feet. Just keep the feet out at a comfortable distance. Keep an extension as well. Try not to look at the floor because that'll crimp your neck. And that might give you a headache, get you a little lightheaded. So we want to stay long and extend it through the crown. Now we're going to take those same applications that we did for power level, we're going to apply it to walking on the floor. Free handstand walking. Arms straight, eyes lined up with thumbs. Get rigid from your head through the crown of, through the heel of your foot, through the crown of your head. And then as you kick up, you got to have a really good handstand there before you even try it on the floor. But before we try it on the floor, we want to learn how to cartwheel out. On there, we want 30 yards again before you come over here. And when we're starting here, you're going to kick up and then cartwheel out like so. Hands down, arms straight, lined up with the thumbs. Kick up, step, and cartwheel out. So it's right hand, right foot. Step left hand, left foot. Get really comfortable with that. Because here at the Monkey Bar Gym, we don't want to teach rolling out of a handstand. We want to teach cartwheel out of the handstand so you never have to go to the ground. Now on handstand walking here, we're going to apply the same rules, and we're going to then just work for walking as far as we can on our hands without collapsing the neck. So we want to look up towards the floor so we have a nice, we are able to watch the floor without collapsing the neck. Arms straight, eyes lined up, rigid back leg. And then we're just walking walk as far as you can, and that's free handstand walking. So that covers all the bases for handstand walking.